GTKE, we back in this bitch, man. Episode, goddamn, you feel me? We got PTSD and my man's Cody in the building. What's going on, man? How y'all feeling?
What's the deal, bro?
Welcome, boys.
We in here. I appreciate y'all having us, man. For real, for real.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
PTSD, man. We see you, man. A couple of the Northwest blogs and media sites, man. How you moving? How you feeling?
Man, we making a push, bro. In real life, we making a push. Like, a lot of this work is done behind the scenes.
Right.
You feel me? It's not overnight. So, I only been doing this shit for like a year, maybe less.
That's what I'm about to get to. So, for sure,
it's
a year?
All work. It's all work.
So you started rapping a year ago?
Literal.
12 months.
Literal.
12 months. What made you start rapping? Like
prison.
Yeah.
Oh.
You like, fuck it, let me just
prison.
See what I can do.
Like I always did music. You feel me, to an extent.
Yeah.
Like I was a foster kid. I moved around a lot, but one thing my grandma always made sure of was like I was in like piano lessons and shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I always had some type of musical shit going on.
So you understand music theory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
Very
music
important.
and so that's like that's my one up. You feel me?
Right.
That's like my one thing. So sitting in there, I'm like, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's either do this again or give something my all, you feel me? And
Yeah.
this is what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily let me just get rich off this or one of them routes because it was cool. Like, mind you, I was gone for 4 years, so
Oh, damn.
the
Yeah,
shit
it was a long time.
the shit that is popping, quote unquote, now, niggas was already, you feel me?
Right. So let's reverse real quick. Prior to the music, as much as you can speak on what got you to that position as far as doing 4 years in prison.
So, you feel me? I want to speak. This gets a little cultural.
Mm.
This gets a tiny bit. You feel me? A tiny bit deep.
Shit,
Moving around so much. You feel me? Y'all from being from Washington, y'all might understand is we have it's a lot of mixed culture. It's a lot of mixed race. You know what I mean?
Melting
pot.
pot, for sure.
You
Yep.
feel me? It's a big melting pot.
Yep.
So I went to a lot of different schools. I went to schools on reservations. I went to schools where I was like one of 6 black kids.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was situations where I was too black to be white, and I was like too white to be black, and
Gotcha.
it was just
It's
know what I
confusing,
mean?
bro.
Like it was just a lot of shit young that didn't really mesh. So when it came to maneuvering back to the hood, you feel me? Like in a sense, I overcompensated.
So you felt like I gotta prove some shit type shit?
In a way,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because one thing for sure, like no matter where I was,
Yeah.
and this might be something else that gets misconstrued too, like whether it's ratchet shit or illegal shit or violent shit,
Yeah.
like there's no difference in the crazy level between the race. You feel me?
No,
like you feel I done
Niggas
seen,
crazy everywhere.
I done seen white niggas do.
Yeah.
You feel me? The absolute
Everyone's
most. And
crazy.
you
Sure.
feel me? I done been in a riot where I done seen 6 out of 9 black dudes run and tuck tail. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
crazy shit, bro, in the world. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
You're
So
being
I
exposed to
definitely
shit.
overcompensated
Yeah.
because you feel me. I was light skinned. I spoke a little more proper. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I was somewhat of a target, but I wasn't gonna be a victim.
Right.
You feel me?
Gotcha.
Right.
That led to just being heavy in the streets. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? Because that's how it is. It's
Right.
quicksand.
Yeah.
That led to me being heavy in the streets. So there was an incident in 2013 in Chinatown. There was an armed robbery situation. You feel me? So I got sent up out here. I did like 13 months in the feds and then like 21 and some change.
Was that your first account or was it a back and forth thing?
That-
And then they like, we ain't playing with you.
That was
Send 'em up.
that was my first account.
Oh,
Like,
damn.
and they you feel me? Like
Just out the gate? What the
low key,
fuck?
niggas skated, but one of my co-defendants, you feel me? How the story goes. You know what I mean?
Told on you?
How the story go. You feel me?
Yeah.
How the story goes.
For your first year, something had to happen.
You feel
'cause
me?
You know.
how the
Yeah.
story goes. I was in Oregon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was 2
Yeah.
bitches deep,
Yeah.
laid up, doing.
You're kind of everywhere, bro. Like,
Like-
what place at the end of the day do you represent? Like, do you feel like is home or AKA
Seattle. I was born in UW Hospital.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I got all my running around, all my everything I learned. You feel me? Like my older brothers used to run a label in the city. They was a part of like Choose Up Entertainment.
Okay.
10 Toes Down
I want to say I heard or something
you
like
feel
that.
me? Like Mr. Macamillion, S-Dub, et cetera, Choice Jones. You feel me? This is like early 2000s, like 04, 05, 06, 07, that type shit. So at a younger age, I was moving around with them niggas too. So I was watching them do shows. I was selling their T-shirts. I was passing out their CDs. You feel me? Going back and forth, Spokane to Hoop Fest.
Yep.
You know, all
they
that
kind
type
of put
of
you
shit.
on through that way, like
on my mama.
Mentored
You feel me? And
Yeah.
then I also, you know, inevitably you get to be a part of the other side of that shit too. You feel me? Then that's what turns you out to the streets. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's there's a fun to it. You know, it's a lifestyle, and that's what a lot of people are attracted to. And that's what the entertainment likes to shine the light on. You feel me? But like
the negative shit.
we out here like living like this for real. You feel me? Like, and that's not necessarily like wasn't nobody telling us about mental health. There wasn't nobody telling us about credit scores, nigga.
No,
you feel me?
Yeah.
I learned math outside.
Yeah,
like,
I'm learning that shit right now, credit and all that right now.
You feel me? Like
get my shit right.
So, bro, can you touch up upon your newest single that you released?
So the video right now that just dropped.
Yep.
Okay, so Thummin' I dropped January 7th.
Okay.
I was in the middle. There was some deal things in the works.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Can you talk about the label? Like which type of labels approached you, or it's all good if you can't. We can just.
You know what I mean? Like that shit just seemed. You feel me? Like a little extra, but I mean, but obviously
so like an offer.
Yeah, it was a lot of talks. You know what I mean? There was a lot of talks, and there was an offer on the table. You know what I mean? But shit got. I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't comfortable, and I think niggas realized I wasn't a dummy.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, so.
Was it more of a fast talk type of thing? Hey, you come to this label, we can for you. It did a whole bunch of that shit, and then you like, okay, but it sounds good, but okay, what's next from that?
It was a lot of isolation. You feel me? Mind you, like I got out of prison like December 2022. Right now, I got a December 2020. I caught a violation in March. I got back out June 13th, 2021. That's when I started my little run. You feel what I'm saying? Between the time of me getting out in December and me catching my violation, I had got pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? So in the midst of all this, you feel me?
Wait, you got pregnant? No,
I knew it was going to come.
You almost taking it too far, bro.
You got pregnant?
No, it's good. I was waiting. Sometimes we leave the door open for ourselves.
No, you say that. That's how niggas say it too. Like shit, you know.
I was thinking that low key. I didn't want to say it.
You know what I mean? Like I can say
because it's a group thing, right?
We got pregnant. You know, it takes two to tango.
Exactly.
The stork flew in
right.
real quick.
Yeah,
you feel me,
exactly.
and hollered at me.
Okay.
So
Thummin', who produced Thummin', bro?
Metro Boomin produced Thummin'.
How'd that even come about, bro? How'd you get in touch with him?
And it goes right back.
Your mic.
Oh, excuse me. My fault.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin produced Thummin'.
Gotcha.
And that also, you feel me? And I try not to weigh so heavy on this topic.
Gotcha.
But that also came from a prison connection.
No way.
Word.
Metro
which is fucking ill.
ATL.
Like,
Okay.
So a nigga in prison knew Metro?
It's why a nigga in prison knew a producer that's on YFBG, which is like Future's Lil Camp.
Right.
Like Baby Camp. You know what I mean? Like that's Metro, ATL, Jacob.
Is that the Boominati or that's Metro shit, right?
That's what Metro just started. That's kind of his brand he's trying to push on his own. You feel me? But this is just like
the big umbrella you're saying.
Future don't really put his backing into artists.
Gotcha.
He puts it into producers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's smart.
I had ended up getting really, really close with a producer that was really, really close to him.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And he believed in the vision and all that was going really good.
Okay.
And that's kind of, without saying too much, that's kind of the path where it was going.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I had a baby and shit on the way. I was having a baby.
Real life shit.
Real life shit. You know what I mean? And
that kind of slowed things down, you would say?
there was a degree of separation that I wasn't comfortable with. You know what I mean? I didn't have my parents in my life, so I wasn't. You feel me? I don't mind touring. I don't be. I was just gone for 3-4 months. Miami, Texas. I did South by Southwest, all type of
shit.
I
was there too.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But like, the separation was a little too much that they was asking for. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So, you know, it didn't work out, unfortunately. But me and the producer had tapped in kind of organically on Instagram, and he had a picture on his profile. And I knew the nigga in the picture, but I had to double take. I was like, is that they dudes? Like, you feel me? And then I commented on it, and he like called me over Instagram and was like, how you know Wooty Whoop? And I was like, bro, I was just a cell down from him. Like, that's the first nigga to teach me to put fireballs in my coffee with the little creamer and shit, because it, you know, fireballs are cinnamon. You feel me? So I would turn it, you feel me, make you a little cinnamon mocha, blah, blah. You know, real life shit. You feel me? He was like, what the fuck? So he ended up tapping in, tapping back, and he floated me a good amount of beat. Like, you feel like
he was a man of his word, bro.
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent
because it's hard to trust people, bro, especially in the South. You know,
was
not even go there, but anywhere in general.
Has Metro tapped in hearing the song?
There was a lot. He heard it.
Yeah,
he heard it. There was supposed to be a lot more promotion around it.
Yeah,
but that was the same time everything went south.
Okay,
that was the same time everything went south.
Okay.
South with the label or south
with the label? With the label. South with I had a bunch of featers that ended up getting leaked around that time. It was a little bit of paranormal
big
activity.
Names.
Yeah, a couple bigger names.
You can name some.
You feel me? I had a joint with Babyface Ray.
Word.
You feel me? I had a joint. I got a joint. I'm still trying to get cleared.
You might.
My fault. I had a joint. I was still trying to get cleared. I won't speak on that because that one's a little bit of a reach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we got something on the EP coming with Lil Got It.
Okay.
Easy.
And that was one of the last things that didn't get leaked.
Yeah.
So we were able to claw our way back and reach out to his real management and fuck around and get some clearance.
So who the fuck was leaking shit? Do you have an idea what the fuck was going on? Or
just my beef, not like personally, like, but you know, YouTube doesn't care about that shit, and that be like, that's like the worst thing for an artist is to understand that this shit can't go on Spotify, it can't go on Apple Music, like it can't go nowhere, but this shit could be on YouTube and have 27 million plays on YouTube, and
that's that.
You feel me? You actually have the rights and the licenses sitting right here in your phone to the song, like that's a shitty feeling. You feel me? To get a phone call like, hey bro, do you know this shit's on YouTube?
And it had already racked up,
you know, X amount of views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like 3-4 of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, bro, that's...
I got the sauce to, like, I wouldn't say prevent that, but if that were to ever happen, you'll get paid for it.
See, okay. So that's definitely, you know, but a lot of this shit is connecting dots.
Yeah.
The more you know, who you know.
Right.
You know, and I pride myself on being an organic, transparent person.
Yeah.
So I feel like that also gets you further as well.
Yeah,
being honest. What I mean, if you know where I come from and what I'm trying to do, and that happens to align with, you know what I mean, what you're trying to wear. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we back. Boom. All right. So how did you and my man's Cody Keys leak up? What did that happen?
Cody Keys.
Man, I'm from Washington. You feel me? I'm a little bit of a weed head. I'm a little bit of a weed snob. You feel me? So I be paying attention to little strains and shit like that. Whatever. He was working at the dispensary in the South End. They had made a little post on Instagram about having something that I was trying to taste. You feel me? I had pulled up in there, and Cuz was dipped. And I'm one of those, like, I'm almost like an art weirdo. You feel me? Like, I love fashion. I love art. I watch 1.5 hour long YouTube documentaries of them just walking through showing the art. Okay. You know what I mean? But it be in the background. You feel me? I'll be working on other shit, but like, I really, you feel me? Like, Cuz was dipped, and it was different. You know what I mean? So we started chopping, rapping about whatever. You feel me? Both found out we did music. He did videos. We both did clothing, etc. Like, and that was at like the beginning. That was like a whole year ago.
Wow. So you seen his fashion type shit. You seen his drip.
Yeah, bro.
He's dip right now. I said the same shit when
That's crazy. This
nigga got on is crazy.
This nigga had the nerve to be like, bro, I'm in work clothes. I'm not trying to.
No, that's just hard.
I said, cuz
it stands out,
bro.
No, it stands out.
Custom piece, you know.
Yeah. Bro.
So is that accurate, my boy? Like from your perspective, how was it?
It was definitely off a fashion tip. We definitely interchange conversations about what we was wearing. Definitely, I was like, bro, that gallery department's clean, bro. Not too many people was doing it like that right now. And like you heard the timestamp a year ago, you know.
I had a really big gallery phase a year ago, like a year ago.
In that type of fashion is like rappers, you know, that's able to carry that type of headliner, you know. So it's like at the end of the day, we start going back and forth about our fashion, and then we realized that we actually have a passion about music too.
That's dope. So
it was hella natural, bro.
So what all do you do per se? You say?
I'm a hella creative person. I'm an artist, honestly, myself. I started behind the camera.
Okay.
So
I did too, man. I started, it was simultaneous. I'm similar, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
many traits.
You icy with the photography.
A whole bunch of shit.
You icy, and that multifaceted shit you got going on, like the music jump, the videos jump, nigga. You see we here with the podcast. It's lit, the energy good, like
tying all this shit in.
You feel me?
Man. Creative geniuses and shit.
And that's the thing, is that nobody, like, we came together on the same tip of niggas let like too much like weird pride and like whatever the fuck get in the way of being able to really connect and build something. Like if we got a similar goal, like Napoleon Hill said it best, like the mastermind group. You know what I mean? Like, and then we could take it back a little further, because niggas don't read, and I'll talk my shit here because you niggas are I know you're on the same frequency. You feel me? The best way to hide something from a nigga is put it in a book. You feel me? If two or more brains are focusing on the same goal, you feel me, that's energy directed at the same, that's like us praying to the same God, or what, you know what I'm saying? All it's across the board, it's the same thing. We're channeling energy to the same goal, which means that's more power than just you alone. You know what I mean? So let's look at Detroit's rap scene right now.
You said Detroit?
You feel me? If we were gonna bring that up, you feel me? Shout out to Detroit and everything they doing. I was listening to Ghetto Boys in like 2015.
For real?
Out in LA.
Peasy and them niggas?
Yeah, I had ran into Team Eastside.
Where?
You feel me?
I just got put on I would say a year or two ago. Like that whole
the Team Eastside. I ran into a nigga from Detroit who was out in LA doing his shit. He had grabbed some little syrup off me and shit or whatever. And he had put me on him and shit. He ended up, I was living in Vegas at the time. He had ended up having a spot out there too. You feel me? That was like one of the first niggas to teach me how to slide and dive, and you know what I'm saying, shuck and jive, and you feel me? And I was teaching him how to you feel me? I need some medicine, you know what I mean? Like, so we was exchanging on that, and he put me on the music and shit, and then I went to prison, and on the MP3 joint in there was one song by the nigga Babyface Ray called 36 Ounces. And that shit was like, he was talking the same type of shit that we was doing, like really like, you know what I'm saying? And this was coming from niggas was like still getting out of like a certain era of whatever that was left over of like Wayne and shit, and like Wiz was buzzing or whatever, you know what I mean? Like T Grizzly I think had just dropped First Day Out type shit, like right before I caught that case. But if you watched how slowly like that city just like ended up building each other up, like, and building each other up and building each other up. Like Big Sean made a single song, like the last song on, I think it's Detroit 2 or one of the more recent ones. And you got to know, like, there's a lot of them niggas that got problems with each other. You know what I mean? This nigga included everybody buzzing in this shit. Like, you got Sada's got a verse, 42's got a verse, Iceware's got a verse, Payroll's got a verse. You know what I mean? Everybody's got, and then at the very end, Eminem comes in there. Like, you would have never, you feel me? You would have never been able to catch, you feel me, Iceware on a song with M. Without niggas connecting them type of dots, you feel me? And that's why I feel like there's such a big angst too in the city when it comes to like Macklemore and Travis Thompson and et cetera, et cetera. Like, and I like Travis Thompson, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, look at all the talent here. Look at all the art. Like, if we could get out of each other's way, you feel me? And just the first person to go up should pull everybody up. You feel me? And that's what y'all are doing. Like, it's the podcast is literally called Get to Know Him.
Exactly. Give him a spotlight.
You know what I mean? Like, that's something that y'all are taking time, energy, money out of y'all own shit to help the whole.
The scene.
I appreciate that, bro.
And we highly appreciate that you fucking get it,
love,
because
you
like,
feel me? Like
that was the whole premise of starting this shit and doing this shit. Is like,
that's amazing.
We see it is like, who's going to take initiative. So we see the other outlets and we see who they highlight, and it just seems like they stick to those people. So we were like, we want to touch everything. Like, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot out here. So that's where we come in.
There's a lot out here, like, and if I'm gonna, like, you feel me, and I don't mean to just like word vomit, you feel me?
No, go ahead.
That is really
that's your interview, nigga.
That's really the same thing we connected on, like, bro, let's build. You feel me? Because we both do this and this, like, let's build. You feel me? So the NELKSBOYS shit, you know what I mean?
Let's get into that.
How that even happened?
First, so was that an ad, right? I want to ask, was that an ad first,
bro?
And how to start?
So when did it happen? How did it happen?
Boom. I take the we was talking a little bit behind the scenes. I take the little 20 grand loss, right? So I'm in Vegas, I'm on my dick, you feel me? I'm at the homeboy's house. I had like somewhat of an agent at the time. You know what I mean? He had some pretty decent connections and could pull some strings and this and that.
Like an acting agent?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he knew a lot of music industry people. He was like chauffeur driving for the Grammys, the Latin Grammys, and something else that was going on in Vegas that weekend.
Latin Grammys huge.
You feel me? So he was like low key playing a little bit to my music and like showing some of my little headshots and like trying to do what he could every here and there. You know what I mean? Okay. And he called me. He like, hey, you think you could be in Cali on like the 20, whatever it was. I think this was in April still. Yeah, it was in April still.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you meet him, bro? My bad.
How'd
you get in touch with him?
No, it's good. It's
bro,
good.
hold on. Let him tell the story, bro. He was just on the part.
But it's actually funny because they're gonna look at the clips of this and be like, what the fuck? Because prison.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Wow.
No cap. Like once again, prison. Like
you all the way in.
Yeah, bro. Because if anything, bro, fuck being a rapper. Like I'm a networker.
Right.
Like that's what because in real life, like that's you know what I mean. What it takes. You know.
Crazy. So he was locked up with you at the same time.
He was locked up with
the
me.
booking agent.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He happened to get it. Like we were supposed to connect, and he was a real humble individual, laid back, like didn't put people in his business, but he happened to actually be a somebody. And you know, when people get locked up, you now have the ability to be whoever. Yeah. You feel me? But one thing that happens a lot is people go through an identity crisis because now you don't have the Benz you drive. Now you don't have the Amiris to put on. Now you don't have, you feel me?
That be the materialistic niggas though. So it's
shit
real versus fake.
The shit that you use to identify yourself as like, oh, I'm such a real nigga because I got this and I'm doing this and I got this.
Away from
that's all stripped away from you. So now who are you? Now what are you?
Your fighting style.
You know what I mean? And it's not even just even on some violent shit, you know, but you know, like to the very core, that shit fucks people up, you know? And then they compensate by, oh yeah, you know, I was out there doing this and I had this and then that exaggerates and now everybody's somebody and this. I swear the first time I went to prison, like everybody I met had a S500 and I was like, why y'all keep telling? I don't even like S500s. I think the body style's ugly. Like get a S550 if you balling like that. I don't know. I was 19. Like I was confused why everybody got an S500, but you know what I mean? Yeah. And he had let a couple things go, you know, of like kind of like what he did on the outside, and a couple people immediately, you know, oh, I don't believe that. That's cat. Blah 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 blah. My brother Grims got out. He called me. He was like, "You'll never guess who I saw at the parole and probation office." I was like, "Who?" He was like, "Joey." I was like, "Say less." He was like, "Bro, he's really one of them." He was like, "This nigga was suited and booted, hopped out Maserati truck, like wooty whoop." I was like, "Cuz, did you get the number?" You know what I mean? I'm like, "Connected. Did you get the number?" You know, and he's not no rapper. He's not trying to, you know what I mean? I was like, "Did you get the number?" He was like, "Yeah, I got the number." I was like, "Shoot it, bro. Shoot it." So he shot the number. We connected. We ended up linking up while I was in Vegas. That shit went real good. But he asked me if I could make it to LA. He got an acting gig for me. He said it was for a reality show.
Word.
You know what I mean? And it was supposed to be in Long Beach.
Word.
I'm like, fuck it. You feel me? Like I'm getting it. You feel me? Like.
And this was last year, right?
This was this year.
This year.
This was April of this year.
April this year. Gotcha.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
So you took it.
So I finessed my way to LA. We'll say that. You feel me? I make a couple phone calls. I get my way to LA. Mind you, I just took this loss, so I'm staying in where all the foreigners stay, like the Europeans and shit mainly use hostels and shit when they travel.
Downtown?
Yeah.
Like, not like the shit downtown we got here. Like, I was in Santa Monica, like on the pier.
Okay.
I was the only like American there and the only like nigga staying there. And it was all like foreign female, like they had a pool, they had pool tables, they had a full kitchen, they had clean ass, like bro, it was live. I'm trying to tell you, it was different.
And that was free, right?
It was $40 a night.
Steals, bro.
No, I seen those in there,
bro. It was $40 a night, and
I never stayed there.
Listen,
that's a cheat code, bro. For the
you feel that's a cheat code, not a. You feel me? If you're trying to make it in, you feel me? I have a past that doesn't allow me to do as much as I used to do in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
ego aside, I'm glad you really.
I have to find another way. You know what I mean? In order for this shit to make sense and to not be a liability to any type of anybody that would want to get behind my brand or support my brand. You know what I mean? Like, they have to know that they're not gonna dump a pile of money in me, and I'm gonna walk outside and go back to prison for 10 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like, that's. You
definitely
know, my daughter also should know that. You know what I mean? The homies and shit, everybody that's involved should know that I'm not just not giving a fuck. Gotcha. Because there's a lot that we can't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But certain shit we got to care about.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I was working towards it, and they were hella like just hella vague on the phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, call him right now. I call him. I'm like, hey, I'm calling about this and this. He's like, yeah, bro, it's definitely not a reality show. Like, it's definitely like, you definitely got the wrong shit. Like, woo, woo. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like this whole Hollywood, jumping through. On God, I jumped through like, bro, they told me no twice.
Oh, word.
During this whole mix. Like, at first it was like a whole thing. So I had like texted. I was like, all right, well, shit. I was like, if y'all need like me to be on call, like on backup, if y'all need any like running around work, you feel me? Because I'm thinking this is like acting, like I'm thinking this is Hollywood type shit or whatever. You feel me? Like,
if this don't work, something will.
That part, you feel me? So I'm just, and when it comes to this shit, like, you gotta be assertive.
That's how you gotta do it.
Like, you gotta be assertive. You're not. You feel this is not. You know
probably
what I mean?
They were looking for though. I was watching in the beginning, they were like, you know, they did a whole bunch of motherfuckers. They like
interview process, right?
Lawrence, everybody's like Lawrence though. Like,
they were like, he's got to be the guy, and that's what I didn't expect. Like, you feel me? And that was the weirdest part is Cody ties in so good because I flew back after the whole thing. You feel me? So
let me pause for a time.
Go ahead.
When they denied you twice, what happened? So why they denied you?
I'm at the halfway house. Right. I mean, not the halfway house. Excuse me. I'm at the hostel. I'm at the hostel. Yeah. Mind you, that's in Santa Monica. Mm-hmm. So
on the beach.
They tell me no twice. They have me do a video reel, all this shit, blah, blah, blah. They tell me it's probably too late for this one, but they'll keep me in mind for another one. I'm like, all right, bet. Boom. So I like hit him and was like, just like really keep me in mind for another one. Or if you guys got, because I'm already out in LA. Right. You feel me? I already took this loss. You feel me? I'm already trying to figure out how to bubble, but I'm also not, I don't got no work. I'm not, you feel me? This is completely on some entertainment shit I never did before. You know what I mean? So I'm working it out. They call me at like noon the day of the audition. The audition's at 4.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you've done much like in LA, California area, but I'm in Santa Monica and the shoots, the shit's in Irvine.
Okay.
So, California traffic is crazy.
Bro, I gotta make it all the way to Orange County, damn near San Diego in 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah. And I in a Uber, I'm not going Uber. That's gonna be like a $500 Uber.
That's when you got the helicopter, right?
You know, I called Elon Musk immediately. Yeah. You feel me? I called Elon immediately. I was like, bro, you feel me? So me and my bitch are on the phone trying to figure out this motherfucking LA transit app and all this shit. You feel me? And so I'm over here. I done caught 2 connections and then hopped off, caught a train and then caught a Uber. Nigga, we get to the area and the Uber driver, I'm cool, I'm calm the whole time. You feel me? I done popped the Addy, I done popped the Zan, whatever. You feel me? we done pulled up. It's this like $1 billion community, like no cap, like nigga, the security guards at the gate, like with all the shit, like where the like before we even get into
what area would you say?
You feel, Irvine, California, and the Uber driver starts sweating. He's like, he's like, you told me it was an acting thing, but you didn't tell me. He's like, bro, this is shit. He's like, this is some big shit. He's like, are you nervous? I'm like, well, I wasn't, nigga. Damn, now I, you know what I mean? Shit. So, they got all these people auditioning and shit. You know what I mean? And it's like they're keeping it so low key. They're keeping it so secret. Mind you, I took an Uber there. My Uber's not gonna wait until my audition and then be like, all right, for sure. You know, tell me why I'm outside. I'm standing outside in this $1 billion neighborhood for like 45 minutes.
Oh shit.
In this Comme des Garçons button up and this Lanvin jacket and whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm just over in the cut, like FaceTiming all my partners and shit. Like, bro, I'm at this audition. I'm over here, nigga. It's hot as fuck. Like, I'm outside. So
like, you got there early.
You feel me? My phone was on like 5%. I'm like, I'm like making sure my bitch like has an Uber, right? Like, you feel me? Like, it was really that fucking dire. Like, it was crazy. Wow. Like, so then we left there. They told me, they didn't tell me till the day before. They didn't give me the binder and shit till the day before.
So the day we were talking about was when, on the camera, on the show where you were like sitting down, he's like, you got to have the fucked up hand. And that was that day.
That was that day. Okay, I had just been standing outside for 45 minutes. I had just done that. That was all the same day.
Okay. So boom, you leave there.
I leave there. I go back. I'm chilling. I still don't know if it's yes or not. You feel me? But I'm feeling like it could be. You feel me? But
just the energy wise, or how you connected with them, or what?
It was really how I connected with Kyle.
Hell yeah.
It was really how I connected with Kyle.
And you didn't know who he was either. You never seen him before. Bro, just pulled up.
Fucking wild.
You saw Kyle, you're like, who is this guy?
Because this is the first person to like actually know about it. Like I was like, oh, I just did some shit with like some niggas called the NELKSBOYS or whatever, and he was like, what?
I didn't even know that.
And I was
and that was after it was all done.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like that was. You couldn't tell anyone, right?
I couldn't tell. Yeah, you feel me? Like.
So you just thought Kyle was like a? Who do you think he was when you first saw him? Like just some random
dude. So did you think it was real?
Oh, he told. So what he told me he told me he was a crypto whoopty whoop, and I got like two friends from high school that are fucking crypto millionaires. So I was like,
easy to believe.
I was like, oh, this nigga just happened to really hit it big. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I got Bored Apes all over, and I was like, oh shit, fuck, you got me. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, okay, bet. I was like, and then. Playing the brother, I got the whole Kevin Hart wedding ringer vibes or whatever, and I was like, bro, this can't be like.
All right, so prepping for it, right? So how did call come to get that you got it?
So I got the call from the assistant, and he was like, I have a driver bringing you the briefcase, a briefcase with a binder to go over to learn about. Whatever Kyle's name was supposed to be or whatever, you know what I mean? So the driver pulls up in this fucking Chevy SUV, you know what I mean? Like super, you feel me? Celebrity, like pulls up in the thing, like gets out and hands me this goddamn presidential fucking fireproof fucking big ass fucking double lock with the code fucking and the big ass handle briefcase, and I'm like, bet, you know what I mean? And like at this point I got everybody at the hostel yanked, like you feel me? They're like, what are you out here, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm an artist, but I'm out here doing this acting thing. So like you feel me? Like we done went out, we done partied. We done South Koreans and France and like you feel me? We done been and so they see this and they're like, oh shit, it's serious. Like I got them asking like, can we see? Like can we look at? I'm like, bro, you can't look. Like I signed an NDA and shit. Like I can't even fuck with you. Like this is the part that's fucked. There wasn't shit in the binder but pictures.
Really?
Word.
Like there was like the littlest bit of information on cuz, and then it was a shit ton of pictures.
Gotcha. Pictures of what?
Kyle as a kid and shit, like throughout life. Like,
man. So you have those? You kept those?
No, bro.
Through the prank, he like, you didn't read the binder?
Literally, like, so like.
You didn't do the research.
Bro, I'm like.
Hell no.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I text, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm like, I need to be able to get on the phone with cuz. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I need to be able to talk to him. I'm like, this is not going to work because how they set it up is that, you feel me? I get paid. If he gets married, he gets married, as long as we sell that I'm his brother.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, bro, like I'm a whole nigga, like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like,
what is it? You could swap you in? He was like, some other shit. I'm rolling the whole time I'm watching this.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
hell no, this shit funny as fuck. All right, so boom.
Out of control.
At any moment, did you think this shit was fake? Like, did you really think like anything was like? I know it was like, bro, this is weird.
I'm gonna keep it so real.
But
like,
at any moment, did you think like I'm in Hollywood? Hold on, what the fuck is going on?
It was so weird, but like, bro, my life has been weird too.
Right,
you feel what I'm saying? And
so
like,
it might be one of them days.
I deal with like a certain type of female who like deals with a certain type of clientele who like. So I be hearing like the craziest shit all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and we be in the street, like, you know what I mean? So. I'm like, okay, like I know cheating happens. I know this type of shit happens. Like I know, like, you feel me? Like Salim was over there like bugging me about my hand and like
you like still on, buddy. He's like, nigga, shut the fuck up,
bro. Like you feel me? Like, so,
bro, did you smoke before? Before going
I smoked
so
before,
you're like,
between,
what the fuck?
like, bro, you feel me? Because I'm like, I'm a regular, you know, so I'm like, I gotta feel, I can't like
feel comfortable. Right?
You nailed that shit.
Yeah, you played it off really
at the
well,
dinner, or the fucking dad fucking with you. I'm like, damn,
you killed it, bro.
When they made you speak,
I had to shut the dad down.
Yeah,
so
when
fast.
they made you speak, I'm like, damn, he nailed that.
That
shit.
was the one thing that got to me because as soon as I walked in, like he was like, oh, whoop-de whoop, and then like said something about Harvard, and I was like, hey, buddy. Like I was like, that's the one thing, like that was like the one thing that I was like, of course I was like, of course this motherfucker would tell everybody I went to Harvard, and of course that would be the first thing out of his wife's dad's mouth is Harvard. I'm like, fuck, I don't know shit about Harvard. I'm like, we're gonna, you know what I mean, we're gonna shuck and jive on that too. Like,
so at this point, you've never seen Salim before, like on the internet,
bro.
You don't know who that nigga is.
No, and that was the weirdest part. Like, I was low key, just
bro.
like, you feel me? Like, I'm from the like, you feel me? I got brothers. I'm from the street, so I'm like low key, like, bro, cuz are you a nerd or what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, so if you see at the end, like the next day when I went to the spot and shit, and I went in and I put the fucking, when I put the tea bag in cuz mouth, when he was
that was you that did
high,
that.
passed out.
I
didn't know who cuz was.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen him before all of them. So like, when people say the Nelk and all that shit, I don't know what they mean. I know the nigga that's be like, in people's ear, and that's all I know.
And I didn't, but I didn't know any of that. So that was literally organic as fuck. Like, I just knew that cuz was bothering the fuck out me yesterday. I caught him in here stone slipping. And bow, you feel me? Like, that's my person. Like, bro, you feel me? And then like I leave there and like I'm talking to everybody, and so like I go pull up cuz Instagram or whatever, and
he's on fire.
I see it. I see the followers. I see the baby. I'm like, there's no way I just walked in there and put a wet tea bag in this man's face. Like,
out of all them, that's who I knew for sure. Like, I've been watching that nigga for like a minute. You know what I mean?
That's wild, bro. Like, but mind you, and that's the whole thing is that I was booked.
Yeah. Oh,
so
right.
That's kind of why it like ended up working out so perfectly. It ended up being so organic, and then. Whatever happened, like niggas hated so hard that shit happened that my live got blocked. Like immediately after that shit went live, so I couldn't even explain the backstory or nothing. Like I couldn't give nobody no.
Have you been reading the comments?
Oh my bro.
A lot of people like they should bring Lawrence back. He was so genuine and he was so.
Just bring that arm back right now.
So
bring the arm back.
That's crazy.
News. Like realistically though, like
let the
also in the ignorance of not knowing who they were, you feel me? I'll also cop to being a little slow as well on the fact that when he was like, you know, we get it to 200K whatever, I thought the nigga was talking about views.
Hell no,
not likes. Gotcha. And likes are way harder to get, so why I upped the nigga 100K.
And it did hit.
We still made it.
Over that.
Yeah, we still made it.
No, hold on. I want to backtrack one time. When you walked in the room and see Shorty kissing dude, what was going through your head right
reaction,
there? Were you like, damn, did
I was
just
so
see what I just
bummed,
seen?
bro.
Or should I say something so I walk out?
I was so bummed. I was like, bruh, I like when shit goes smooth. You know what I mean? I'm like, bruh.
But you played it.
This bitch is fucking the bag right now.
Yeah.
Like, I was bummed. Like,
Damn.
I was like, damn, I know I didn't have to, like, it didn't have to go like that. And then I was like, I was a little confused at first, and then I looked over there, and I was like, but there's nothing over there. Like, I thought there was, like, a bathroom or something. I was like, that's a wall. I was like, oh, y'all was boogie. Boogie.
Hell nah.
That's when you got the money, right? And then you still...
Like, and then I was like, I was trying to play it cool. I was like, bruh.
Did you get to keep that band for real?
I did get to keep.
So it was a total of 6.
Yeah, it was.
Nigga, I would have took the 20. Like, yep, lie detector me.
You feel me? And like the crazy part is, so they flew me back out.
Yeah, okay.
We did a lie detector.
Oh, did you?
You feel me? Yeah, we did a lie detector the first time, and it like didn't work.
Okay.
So you would have got it. You would have got the 20 bands. If you would have agreed.
Would have got the 20 bands.
That's crazy,
you feel me?
bro.
Damn.
Because the one thing I never said, you feel me? And you know, like certain shit happens out of initial reaction.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you might spill something. I'm trying to think of like a really good example. You feel me? Like you might react to something and not like that might be your true answer. Like say the baddest bitch you ever seen in your life asks you fucking if you're finishing your drink. You might say yeah and mean no, or say no and mean yeah, or something. You know what I'm saying? Just some like random weird shit like that. You know what I mean? So when they were like, did you know? Like, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, like I had a feeling like when they said it was a prank, I was like, I knew it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And when I said I knew it, like it wasn't like I knew it the entire time that I believed this was a prank. Was up. It was like, fuck, I knew this shit was like fishy. You know what I mean? Something it was like I
seen in the comments they were like, am I being pranked? They said you said that. I didn't hear that part, but they said
I did on my mama. Like after I came out the room from catching them two or whatever, I was like, damn, am I being like, you feel me?
What's going on?
Like, it was just like,
going on?
You know, you watch so much TV, like, you feel me? You see shows and shit. Like growing up, you like, you know, certain shit be stereotypical, and it was in the spot, and like coming from the streets, being in prison, you got to be aware of shit. So like, I'm like catching certain shit. I'm like, that's a little too cliche. That's a little too.
So when the niggas was getting them up, did you think they was getting them up, or was it just like suspect? Like it looked weird in front of you?
That was the part that made it weird, like a little bit to me. Like it got a little too like. You feel me? Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
When I was standing in line though, and Cuz was tweaking, like, Steiny, that I caught with the chick, like he was behind me. He kept like tapping me, like, bro, is everything cool? Yeah. Like, is everything like? Did you tap? Like, I wanted to just be like, bro, if you don't chill, like, bro, chill.
Oh, like afterwards, like you knowing type shit.
Yeah, like, because we was standing like, and he kept like during the bows and shit, he kept like subbing the fuck out of her and shit. That's and like, I was like, damn, bro, like, and I just watched like Hip Hop Seattle did the little cover story, and they used a really good clip.
Yeah,
and I had watched it. I went back, I watched the clip like a couple times. Because I was
that's
like,
what made me tap in. I'm looking, I'm like, let me tap in and see what and I tap in.
But see, that was like the coldest part. Like while we're talking about it, I'm gonna get a little bit of angst off because Dub C TV reposted that. You feel me?
Didn't
like
tag nobody?
No, they reposted it. They tagged me. They did all the shit. You feel me? All that shit like that. You feel me?
Right.
And then they just tried to charge me $250 to post my video that just dropped.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
I'm wondering, like, did you only repost that to try to get their attention, or are you like really for the city? Or are you only gonna ride like these 5 select niggas nuts? And no disrespect to none of the artists, because everybody doing their thing and getting their guap. But as far as platforms, like, come on, bro,
it's way bigger.
You know what I mean? It's way bigger. There's a lot of motion going on, and there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of people making moves. You can't just do that.
I ain't gonna cap. I just today I hit them like, how does people submit to you guys? And nobody, they seen it. They didn't say shit back.
I got screenshots and everything.
So I'm wondering, like, is niggas paying? I wanted to know if niggas is paying.
And I asked them, and they were like, well, we can't disclose private information like that with you. I'm like, well, that's
shout out Hip Hop Seattle though. Fuck with them niggas. They just posted me today too. Those real niggas.
Yeah, shout out BMW Bangers. You feel me?
Seattle submission. They doing their thing too.
On my mama, Seattle submission.
So brother, I got a question, man. With the NELKSBOYS, did you share them your music?
I got a chance to play Salim a little bit.
Okay.
Actually.
Was he fucking with it?
We got a chance to shoot around. They got a little basketball court in there and shit.
Gotcha.
We got a chance to like shoot around and smoke a little bit. I got to play him a little bit of the single I got coming out on Halloween.
Okay.
And he was
okay.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't disappointed. He's a big Future fan.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? He's a big Future fan.
Cool.
They said they would bring you back. Did they do that for a collaborative thing? And then
we have as of recently we have reconnected and we have tapped in and we are working on something.
Okay,
you feel me?
Go,
we're just working on what that something is.
Gotcha.
You feel
easy.
Me?
So, bro, ever since that, has a lot have been reaching out?
Yeah, have you seen an increase in your like artistry as far as artists and shit?
There was a little bit of I've been getting a lot of like notice in public and certain shit like that. Like a lot of people have been like noticing me from the Nelk thing. it definitely led like some good traffic to the page. The only thing that was unfortunate, they couldn't tag me or plug me because that would have made it seem like it wasn't organic. You know what I mean? Because it really was. But if it was like, hey, we did this with this rapper.
It would have looked kind
of. But maybe the next one around.
There goes the novelty.
Where they're like, bro, we want to bring you
back.
But
the next one around, it's more like a starring. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I read the comments, so I'm seeing in the comments, the people are fucking with you, bro.
Bro, that fucked me up because, bro, at the end of the day, like, I'm just a regular nigga. You feel me? But I had to figure out real fast, like, the type of nigga I wanted to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of different ways a motherfucker can be.
Yeah.
And
what's truest to yourself, though?
What I think a lot of people don't understand is, like, being a product of your environment is just pretty much what it is up until a certain point. Like, a baby is only knows what it's taught. You feel me? Up until a certain point. So whether it's ignorance or this or that, like, that was influence that was put on to that person. So, like, our environments, whether it being like this or like that was, you know what I mean, put in our vision. That was put on us. That was put in our, you know what I mean? So
I feel like they're initial tests, man. And when you start to duke out the test and, like you said, you find yourself back against just in a weird position to where on the other side of it was a huge blessing. You feel me?
Yeah.
A huge blessing. So some people run from this shit. That's why they trapped in the same hometown they grew up in the same space. They don't never move around because they be afraid to even the same thing that hit you when you like, but you said, fuck that. I'm out to get out here and get it some way with that faith, that belief. That's all it took. Some niggas don't get that part. They just be like, nah, bro, you gonna go to LA and you gonna be broke, bro, out there in the street. You know, I'm sure you got guys like that.
No, it's dead ass, and that's like the one thing. Like,
and you go, and the fucking heavens unlock for you in the weirdest way. Like,
really
you're gonna go through it.
Law of attraction.
It really does.
You know
and it's not gonna be. And that's like the whole thing about the journey and the destination and all that. Like, if you didn't know. For instance, if you didn't know that this backwood leaf on your tongue tasted bad, you know what I mean? You also wouldn't know that fillet and that lobster tail tasted good.
True.
You know what you feel me? 100%. Like,
it's like one and the same. It's
you're not able to appreciate certain shit. Like, bro, I'm gonna keep it all the way hot. I touched like 100 bands at 16 off Thiz pills and raves out here and shit. You feel me? Do you think that lasted at all? I was 16,
it's temporary,
going to raves, and I had a shit ton of Thiz pills. Wow. So no, that shit went. You feel me? I had a whole nother saga when there was like that whole little Oxy 80 wave. You feel me? Like, all that shit's past tense, statute of limited, whatever the fuck. You feel me? But like, growing up like this, you learn how to make money and you learn how to spend money, and you don't learn anything in between that. Like, there's nobody to educate our generation on that. There's no.
So somebody growing up in the streets right now, a young you, what advice would you give him? Coming up, he fast money, he getting it fast, but it's, like you said, does it matter if you don't know what to do with it?
No.
Right.
I would say
what would you tell him?
I would say the same way somebody trying to be a doctor studies medicine. You feel me? That's what they study. They study medicine. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. A lawyer, you feel me? They study law. Right. You feel me? Day in, day out. They go for years of college to study that. You feel me? Right. You want to be rich. You want to be wealthy. You want to get your family some money. You want to get some money.
Take care of your family.
Don't study Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't study hoes. Right. Don't study niggas. Don't study rap. Study money.
Exactly.
You feel me? If that's what your end goal, if you want to have money, study money. You know what I mean? If it's art, study art.
Gotcha.
If it's rap, study rap. You know what I mean? I studied rap for a shit ton before I stepped in front of a microphone.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Thumbin' is my first single. Like, you feel me? And it low key sound like that for a reason. You know what I mean? Gotcha. And I myself, and there's a good amount of people that would put money behind me. Like, with this rap shit, I fuck around. You know what I mean? But I didn't come into it thinking that I was the best rapper or that I was gonna be the best rapper. I was just confident in who I am as a person and what I've been through, and the studying. Yeah. You feel me? The studying and seeing the blueprint and seeing where I could improvise at, seeing where other niggas misstepped at, you know, like.
For sure.
Do you sometimes have to pinch yourself, what I would say. Like, such, you know, what you've accomplished thus far? Do you sometimes have to like kind of think to yourself like, wow, man, like these opportunities are amazing? Like, you feel like you're dreaming with these type of opportunities?
Yeah,
that just landed in your lap.
I be tweaking, huh? I be tweaking, like I be tweaking, like I'll get with bro, I get with my partners, I get with everybody. They be like, damn, bro, like it's been a year, like woo. I be like, bro, this shit ain't, bro. I'm
just
working,
the beginning,
nigga. I'm working. I don't. You feel me? Like I have people constantly telling me I need to chill. Like I can't chill because I don't feel like. For one, I just lost 7 years of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? That could have been put towards something, anything. Second off, you know, we coming from Seattle, bro. This is not, I feel like every artist here right now has that chip on their shoulder, which also makes it hard to work with each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we all have this similar feeling. And I will say mine was a little less because when I first got out, I reached out to a lot of people. You know what I mean? And a lot of people tried to either like charge me for features or leave me on scene or whatever the case is, you know, and that left me.
Honestly, how did that make you feel?
Like, so you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Features, like, because there's a way where they might perceive it as, I built this, I'm working so hard for this, and then for anybody to come into this, they got to show me they're serious. So their way to see that is a nigga invested in the thing. There's another side to it, to where it's like, nigga, you know what I'm saying, you're still in the city type shit. So it's like, nigga, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the two sides of things. So like, in prison, I fucked, like the first 2 years, this last bit, I fucked off shooting dice, drinking, all the bullshit, you feel me? Whatever. Then I really buckled down and started looking into business. You feel me? And really studying business. And at the end of the day, all this shit is politics. You know what I mean? Whether it's in the streets or in the business or whatever. So on my mama, if you're like a supporter or a collaborator or we got something going on and you reach out to me in a business sense, I'm gonna check it out. You know, at a certain level, you know, you're supposed to charge for features and certain things and this and that. It's more of how individuals carry themselves. And because Seattle has such a small platform, I feel like the niggas that have made a little bit of buzz get extra credit because it's so little, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
And we're getting ready to wrap up, but I want to leave it at this, right? So we all see that Seattle/Tacoma, Washington itself is moving into this, I think, a new phase. And the music scene is starting to heat up, it seems. So we're starting to get a little something. How do you feel about the scene right now? How can we help it? Where do you see it going? How do you feel about it right now?
I want to shout out everybody as a collective. Yeah. Because the push right now is heavier than it's ever been.
I could, for sure.
You feel me? So, you know what I mean? And I don't have really any personal issues with any artists, you feel me, doing their thing. Shout out Tupac, Make a Million, Mafi D, Diggs, 2000, Boof, The Baby, Cody, of course. You feel me? Who am I missing?
A lot.
I know I'm missing a lot, bro. I'm missing a lot. And I highlighted the ones that get highlighted a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? But City Jig, you feel me? The push has never been like the Bass Kids. Bass Kids been doing a lot, bringing motherfuckers to the city. Wavy Baby does a lot with the shows. As a collective, this is the best it's ever been. Yeah. If we could just get a little more synergy, You feel me? If we could just get a little bit more in sync, you know what I mean?
Right.
All it takes is that one little light. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like one little light got shown on Future, Atlanta popped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One little light got shined on. You could call it whoever popped out of Detroit first. It went.
I said this before. I think we about to have the next wave, like in the industry.
Yeah, it's us.
Like you know, it was Atlanta for a minute. Seattle, High West Coast haven't had theirs ever. So they thirsty for it. So
you know what I mean?
See them coming for it. Just how the Seahawks had they fucking run with the fucking Super Bowl, and this whole shit was sent. We coming for the Super Bowl, so
we really
shout out the whole state moving, man. Everybody working, man. Salute everybody and keep working. We gonna keep shining this light on this bitch as far as what we doing.
For real.
Fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? GTKE, we here for the people, man.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? If you feel like your shit ain't getting your shine on over there, come reach out. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean guarantee right then and there we just gonna jump to some shit, but we're gonna see. We're gonna definitely tap in with you and let you know what's up.
You feel me? They gonna just give us some time. Shake for sure.
Yeah, just give us some time. We're working on a lot of shit right now. And we growing, man. Shout out everybody supporting the movement, supporting the page. And man, let's keep rocking, man.
GTKE, let's go.
GTKE is
real shit. PTSD, man, 10 Toes Down Entertainment.
Hell yeah.
You feel me?
My man, Cody
How can
Keys
people reach out to you, bro? What's your IG tag?
At PTSD206 on IG. PTSD with $$ for the S on all streaming platforms. You feel me? I got a single dropping on Monday the 20th with Young Dolce. Video dropping after that. Single dropping on Halloween. EP coming 11/11. We got a festival coming up. We got a 2-day festival coming up in October. Them tickets is about to be live. You feel me? It's an EDM hip hop festival. It's yanking. 2000 Baby gonna be on there. I'm on there. You feel me? Hell yeah.
Cody Keys, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great,
man.
Happy birthday, man. Bro. Birthday tomorrow, right here.
Birthday, man.
Happy birthday to my
nigga, man. You guys
can
find me on Instagram, Cody Keys with the 3 as the E, so K3YS, and then you can look me up on all major platforms.
You got a clothing line, bro?
I do. Easy pick. I did a couple drops before in the past, just word of mouth. You know, first batch 15, second batch 30. My next batches are gonna be something very, very nice. You know, I haven't released anything, but they're halfway done. I'm just waiting for my patches. So.
Man, we gotta fuck around do a GTKE collab one time.
We're gonna get nice.
Get it.
Let's do it.
All right, man. GTKE, we signing out, man. Love, gang,
peace.